After spending a month travelling through Vietnam, we crossed our first land border into Cambodia. We booked transportation through our hostel, which included the border crossing, but we didn't really know what to expect. All we were told was to make sure we brought some dollars with us for our visas. The next morning, a coach came to pick us up from our hostel in Ho Chi Minh City. We handed over our money and passports, and the agent filled out our paperwork. After giving us very little information about what would happen, and doing a disappearing act with our passports, we eventually made it into Cambodia and our passports were returned to us safe and sound.
I don't really know what happened. The guy took our passports off us when we got on the bus, and then he was filling something out, and then we literally just walked through like immigration. I don't know, very weird.
Don't know what's happening. Now we're at another border.
And they took our passports away.
Again. So it looks like the first stop we were at was the exit from Vietnam. Then we went to the border to Cambodia and handed over our passports again. But the guy who was looking after our passports and sorted our visas didn't get back on the bus. And then the bus came about a kilometre up the road and stopped at this rest stop. But we still don't have our passports, so we're still not entirely sure what's going on.
Actually boiling in Cambodia. I'm wearing this jumper because the bus is freezing and I just can't bother to take it off, but outside it's really hot. Literally just walked out of our hostel and noticed this massive black rain cloud, so it's clearly about to tip it down any second now. The rickshaw cost 6,400 Cambodian real, and that took us straight to our hostel where we checked in, but our hostel has literally everything that we needed, so we managed to get ourselves SIM cards there and settle them up, and then we did our laundry, and now we're going to go for a walk and hopefully not get too wet. So we're actually in like the peak of the rainy season at the minute. October is the rainiest month for Cambodia, so we're expecting a lot of rainfall. But also because it's peak rainy season, like it tends to be greener, and also there's less tourists, so that's good. It's kind of confusing going from one place to another place because of the currencies. So like you just get used to how much something costs in one currency, then you have to switch. But we've just worked out, we've paid for a fried rice and it's 10,000 Cambodian real, which is about £2, which is about 16,000 Vietnamese dong. So it's kind of a similar price point. So the currency can be a bit confusing here. So the official currency is Cambodian real, but then they also accept US dollars. But sometimes you pay with US dollars and get Cambodian real back. Sometimes you pay with Cambodian real and get US dollars back, but then sometimes they give you a mix of the two. So it's kind of confusing. And then everywhere we've been, they've given us the price in dollars first, and we've had real. So we've asked for the price in real, and it kind of makes it a little bit harder to just kind of keep track of how much you're actually spending and where, because you're constantly having to convert it to make sure that it's all like matches in your travel app or whatever you've got.
So we were just talking about the hostel and how we always stay in capsules and we always want there to be curtains. And these curtains don't go all the way across. There's this big gap for everyone to see. But I said I got catfished by the listing because the pictures showed a curtain and I just assumed that everyone only, like, they just hadn't closed it all the way. I didn't realise that it literally only goes to there.
The other annoying thing is that it's 10 o'clock now and we're absolutely shattered from our full day of travelling and whatever. And we're the only people in the dorm at the minute, and we just know someone's going to come in, flick the light on in the middle of the night, and we just don't have a curtain to like block it out. Hostel survival kit, earplugs, eye mask.
Should I get down now?
That's so sweet.
Today we've come to the S21 prison, which was used by the Khmer Rouge for torturing and imprisoning the enemies of the state. It cost us 84,000 real to get in, and we got the audio tour to go with it, and we got transportation organised by our hostel, and so after this they're going to take us to the killing fields. The Khmer Rouge was a communist regime who came to power in Cambodia in 1975 after winning the Cambodian Civil War. Led by the dictator Pol Pot, they embarked on a radical mission to transform the country to create a Cambodian master race. However, their rule descended into one of the darkest chapters of modern history, marked by mass executions, forced labour and widespread suffering. Located in the capital city of Phnom Penh, Security Prison 21 was established by the regime as a detention centre which imprisoned an estimated total of 20,000 people. Originally a high school, S21 was converted into a prison where perceived enemies of the regime were interrogated, tortured and ultimately executed. Today the prison still stands almost untouched and is certainly a harrowing experience, but definitely worth a visit.
We're now at the killing fields. This one was 50,000 for the two of us, but it came with the audio tour as well.
On the outskirts of Phnom Penh are the killing fields, one of a number of execution sites across Cambodia where more than 1 million people were killed as part of the state-sponsored Cambodian genocide. Just like S21, this is a shocking and difficult visit to make, but important as a reminder of the country's dark history.
Why do we always get caught in the rain? If you let me come back, get caught in the rain. This market is absolutely huge, so they've got like this central bit and then there's like loads of spokes coming off it, a bit like a wheel. Insane. I actually much prefer shopping in the markets here because they're less like, they don't pounce on you as you walk through. That's nice.
Hello, me. Where the bag stop? Please serve me.
It's a lot wetter outside of that central market area where the building is like a permanent structure. We stopped for a drink while the rain is while we wait for the rain to pass. We asked for a lemon tea, but we're not 100% sure that's what we're getting, so we'll find out. Exactly what we wanted. She also brought us these, but we don't know what it is. Tea. It's green tea. The market's split into like different sections, so you have the haberdashery area where all the tailors are, then there's like the nail salons and the hair salons, there's the fishmonger section and the meats. It's really like well split up, so you go into like one area and then you're in the next area with all different things in. We're at the Royal Palace now. You can pay to go in, I think it's about $10 US. We're not going to do that there. We don't think we're appropriately dressed. I think there's kind of a more modest dress code. And also we kind of just like looking at them from the outside rather than the inside. Like, I've never even been to Buckingham Palace, so.
We check out of here tomorrow, and then our next destination is Choeung, which is an island just off the south coast of Cambodia. But to get there, we need to get a bus to Sihanoukville, and we've booked a bus with our hostel, which costs $13 each. And then from there, we'll get a ferry. And we read that you can buy a ferry at the port, or you can book in advance. But since we know what it's like getting to ports and people come and hassle you, we're going to try and book a ferry in advance now.
We just booked our accommodation on Choeung and the ferry to get there. The ferry costs $13 US, but we didn't go for a return ticket because it means we're not limited to one provider and therefore we can get whatever ferry we want back. Also, it gives us the option to extend our stay if we want to. We're currently there for 4 nights, but if we like it, we might stick around a bit longer.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, love.
And for a 7-Eleven breakfast before our bus.
We got 2 of these Yakult things, 2 toasties, and then 2 coffees, which taste a lot better than they look for 27,000 real.
We really like the 7-Eleven here because you can get like toasties and drinks and things that are like prepared for you and they heat them up. But when we were in Indonesia, I don't remember seeing that. Like I could be wrong and we just missed it. But it's really nice to know that you can just go and get a toasty for like £1.
That is so good. I don't know what this cheese is, but it gets all melty and runny.
So the rickshaw from the bus station cost 6,400 Cambodian real. I forgot what I was going to say.
We check out of here tomorrow, and then our next destination. Stop filming so I can use that as a blooper.